Chatting to Gavin Fenter about the Tara LAING runners that will step out on Friday. They get underway in race 1 with the 2 runners, and we're going to start with Grey Smoke. Gav, I know not ideal for him because last time out you thought he might need the run and he ended up being scratched with the change of surface. How do you feel about him this Friday?
Yeah, it's been unfortunate. Look, we need the rain, so we mustn't moan about the rain, but he's been scratched twice. And luckily we got owners that understand, you know, he had bad shins after his second start, and he was off for a few months, and we don't want to go back to bad shins again, so we've opted to miss the poly. And this race came along, and he could just need the run. I wouldn't leave him out to exotics, but yeah, the weather looks good, the tracks are looking good. I looked at the course yesterday and it looks like all things are good.
Well, that is really good to hear. Joining Grey Smoke will be Rainbird, and she is a 2-year-old filly by Active War, having her very first start.
Yes, another horse as well. We didn't want to run a first time on the poly, so we have to keep waiting, and then this race came along, the weather looked good. So yeah, she's taking on the colts, which is not ideal, but this is more a gallop. Even the back straight you can't gallop anymore, so this is more a prep run and a gallop, and there is a race for her next month. This is more just to bring along, but a very nice filly.
In race 2, we'll see Sky Velocity make her local debut, off very encouraging Highveld and KwaZulu-Natal maiden form.
Yes, she's got nice form, and Loretta opted to buy this filly, and I agree with her. She's got a decent form for a maiden for PE. Good forms, good draw. First run for the yard. We're expecting her to run a good race. It is an open race, competitive race, but I think she's going to run a big race.
In race 3, we'll see Bell's first wave, and he's a fella that always steps out with quartet chances.
Yeah, this is a handicap. That's his best hope, is a handicap. And the normal maidens carrying level weights, he battles. The mile might be a little bit on the short side, but it is a handicap, so we're taking our chances. We put a lot of work into him, so we're expecting him to run a better race.
This fellow munching on a treat behind us is Great Affair, and he'll be making his local debut for the yard in the listed PE Gold Cup staying event over 3,200 metres. Now, he does have a tough job at the weights, but staying is most definitely his game.
Yeah, he's got decent staying form in Joburg, but you know, this is a tough race. He's got 50 kilos. Chase can't do 50. He's carrying a bit of overweight. It's a very competitive race, and I think it's going to be very hard for him. If he runs a place, it'll be a great run, but it's going to be tough.
We'll have to hope for the best for him. We move to race 8, where we will see Willow Lane.
Yeah, Willow Lane as well. Her last run in the poly was a shocker, so we've opted not to run in the poly, and now I think she's been scratched twice now due to a change of surface, but we spoke to Loretta. Look, we're going to run in this race. She's got a bad draw. It's against the colts, but this is more of a gallop. There is a race for her next month, and if we don't move to the poly, this is more a prep run for that. So a small chance, but just a prep run.
Finishing off in race 9, the 2 entries, we're going to start with I Like It Hot. And Gav, she never really recovered after a slow start in her last.
Yeah, she didn't come away well at the jump, and it cost her a bit of a chance. But she is better over 1,000. Let's not make a secret about that. She's a 1,000-metre horse. There simply is no 1,000. Maybe there is 1,000 next month against the colts. So we spoke to Derek. We're going to take our chances in the fillies 1,200. You know, we just got to hold her up, and maybe she earns a stake check, but it's not the ideal distance. And then we got Kilmoney Vague. She's probably the better runner out of the 2. Her last run wasn't a bad run. I think she's got a chance in this type of field, but we've opted to leave a chase on Derek's filly.
Yeah, Kilmoney's last run was actually her post-maiden run, so it was a fair effort and definitely one that can get into the mix in the last of the day.